See all those stars?
Shows you're elite player.
Yes, I would like to play first. No, I would not like to mulligan.
You should totally mulligan, bruh.
Lavinia I don't think Lavinia's would stall quite well enough. She only stalls for, like, babies.
Wow, look at that hate.
It's really, again, it's not a deck that's designed for me to play, like, I'm trying to make this deck the very best, like no one ever was. It's a deck that I just wanted to play because I wanted something fun to do as a side. DPA cards. Not familiar with the DPA term. Sorry. Oh, Duels of the Planeswalker, I think is what he means, right? Let's go for a 3-drop. I feel like a 3-drop today. 3-drop. Brindlebore. Looks like I got there. No, that's not DPA. Oh, Banisher Priest. That card's never coming back. Four drop. Here we go. 4/5 defender wall. Yeah, I could have. I totally forgot though. Clearly it's late.
That's no excuse for sloppiness.
It's not. I'm a little worried though. If I'm this tired right now, I can't imagine how the 24-hour stream of Papers, Please is going to go.
You have a week.
That is the game of the year right there. Papers, Please.
Was it like a Paperboy ripoff?
No, actually, it's a game about being a border checkpoint person.
Ah, papers, please, got it. Different kind of papers. I caught up.
It is going to be the greatest stream of all time. Coming Thursday, 24 hours or close to it.
Until Steve passes out and shits himself.
When you hear the thud of my face on keyboard, you know the stream is over.
And the
Guy's got like super death touch or some shit.
Man, you gotta do that like on the day that I travel, man. You suck.
Oh, oh, that's right. You are leaving on Thursday, aren't you?
Yeah. What, like 11 o'clock your time?
Well, I'm gonna rebroadcast the whole thing on YouTube. So.
Okay.
It's like one of the first games I've been hyped for in, I'd say since Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Have you played it at all?
Yeah, they have a demo of it. I did a live stream of it. I've actually played it I played the demo 4 times.
Oh, I was kind of hoping like you were just hyped because of something you heard and like you never played it in like an hour into the stream. This game fucking sucks.
No. It would be very hard for the game to suck. Because it's electronic.
It fucking could.
It could. Anything can suck.
Yeah, that last game sucked.
It ended in a draw, though. That was pretty good.
But is Brock not talking anymore? Why is his microphone
It's after
still
midnight.
peaking? Oh, that's right.
He's going to let it all hang out.
Guess we did noise in the last game. Although he was already out at that point. I think they went on for like another fucking hour.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It was the very next turn. I know my game was lagging really bad, but I don't think it took an hour to process all that.
Okay. There was that whole, like, I think 10 minutes of you pleading not to die so you can get your combo off.
Yep.
Don't kill me.
I was sure he was going to, and then he didn't tap the extra mana. Then, in fact, in
Yeah.
the stream, I went dot dot dot, and then I went exclamation point when I realized he is already declaring his attackers. And then I super exclamation pointed when he confirmed it.
Punk.
But if he didn't kill me, Brock was going to kill him. So
Yeah.
there was that. Oh, yay, affinity for artifacts. Thanks. That's really super helpful there.
You're welcome. Carnivorous plant, man. That's good. I like that one. It's like an Urnam that can't attack.
Yeah. It doesn't deal you damage, at least. Oh!
No, that's Juzam, man.
I thought Urnam was a 5/6.
No, and Juzam is the 5/5 for 4 that deals you 1 damage on your turn, and Urnam is the 4/5 for 4, which gives one of your opponent's creatures Forest Wall.
Well, if I'm going to lose these guys, I might as well get something out of it.
You won't lose both of them.
No, but I'm gonna eventually, thanks to the blood, due to the bloodfire colossus. I'm gonna mute that because
You muted Graham.
that noise is
Yeah.
driving me nuts.
What is that?
That's Brock set his sensitivity down or his sensitivity differently to try to minimize like how much of the background noise is. So now instead of kicking off like for a long thing, it kicks off for in short bursts.
Gotcha. Well, we could probably just set it to like push to talk.
Push to talk is for babies.
Or gamers.
That is you. It's totally you.
Are you saying it's not him?
Yeah, but I can see. Well, then
It is you,
your
man.
computer's creating that sound, and that's an even bigger problem.
You can look at your little face icon and mumble, and it goes red and gray, red and gray, red and gray, red and gray, red and gray.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't right now. But if I do this,
Well, no, but it did, yeah.
Undeath Gramps.
Unless Sphinx is going to take you there.
yeah, you've got either another microphone or something, because it kicks off every few seconds. By the way, everybody who's still here on the stream, thank you for watching. Always appreciated.
Yeah, 11 people. That's impressive for Momir at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we did not have like everybody and their brother cut out as usual as soon as the primary ended.
I'm here for the feature match.
Yeah, the Momir feature match.
That would make the Pro Tour so much fun.
Why don't we just roll dice and see who gets the higher number and then just decide the winner that way?
Because I'd love to see both or talk about how their skills would win them the game during a Momir like championship.
Yeah. Did you see there where I held off for one more turn so I could get that extra mana? That was my pro strat right there. Momir?
He really gets into Momir, yeah.
Oh, he's Asian.
I still don't understand why his combo elf doesn't have a Cloudstone Curio in it. That just blows my mind.
It's too mainstream.
He just needs to. It is so much better than Intruder alone. The reason combo elves work is because one of their cards already is Intruder alone.
Yep, that's perfectly fine by me, Brock. I get a bunch of 1/1s. Watch this be something that does, like, tremor damage. Nope, okay. That guy's not relevant. I mean, as a 5/5, he's relevant, but that's where it ends.
Not for game.
Yep. Game 2.
Oh, Snizzle.
Alright, so this game, I'm going to use the most pro strat, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play my guy on turn 1 and then turn 4. So look for the cues. I know it might be a little hard to follow.
You were playing a 0-drop, right?
No, a 1-drop. A 1 is a little different than a 0-drop.
You should go for the 0. That's a pro strat.
No, pro strat is 1, sir. I'm the pro. I'm playing Magic Online on a stream, and that makes me the pro. See, look.
So you see what he's doing here. What he's doing here right now is by tapping that sideways to generate a mana, and then using the ability of Momir, he's getting a creature.
Yes, very good. Thank you.
This is central to the strategy of winning this.
Now you'll notice I got Elvish Handservant. Now, Elvish Handservant is going to be good because he's going to get me in for 1 damage each turn. So let's go ahead and get in for that 1 damage right now. I'm slowly turning into Steve Allure because I can't hold that voice for too long.
See, now what this is called is putting the opponent on the clock. So now Brock has 24 turns, 23 turns to deal with this. Or he will.
What's real clever about this is that this is what's called the tempo game.
Right, and that's what you want to do because it sets your opponent kind of off while you're doing it. Your opponent has to, like, deal with your problems as you're playing.
And you see, Brock made a critical error right there by playing that island. It now opens him up to Island Walk.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there completely. Why did he go with that island that early? There's a lot of good island walking 3-drops. I don't know what's up. He's off his game today. This is just not a good feature match. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's classic Brock, though. If you look at his past seasonal performance in the league, he just really goes to that rainbow on the land drops. That's just signature Brock.
There's no doubt that he likes the Wooburg. Now you'll see how Steve here is playing combo elves. He's playing red combo elves. It's a really creative deck. It's really meta based, to be honest with you.
Yaspi is now taking your place of saying we want Kibler. Alright, so I'm not going to play the 4-drop here because I feel like if I play the 4-drop, I'm really just kind of losing out on the mana game. And he's got a 1/3, so I don't just want to send my creatures over there. So, so on the 5-drop is where I'm going to drop it because you get your most value out of your 5-drops to start. You get cards like Kamal and, you know, your...
Their Angel would be nice.
Yeah. You know, your Bane Slayer.
I'm pretty sure he's going for the Acidic Slime.
You can get Gavi. Now, this is pretty good. I got Gavi here, so... I'm going to get a bunch of 1/1s and then some tokens and then some +1/+1s. So I think my opponent is really kind of nervous right now. As long as I can keep up this tempo, I should have the game.
Now the thing is, you got to be careful here because I see Brock playing control, and he's going to keep counter magic up at some point. He went early blue. He's clearly got the counter magic. In fact, if I was you, I'd be afraid of the stifle on your Momir Vig. Or he might be going for the Limbala here. You never know. He could Limbala and turn Momir Vig, sideways.
How good I am at this game that it rewarded me with Darigas. Only I could achieve such a wonderful card that it's going to just completely obliterate my opponent with him having no chance of turning things around.
Yeah, that evasion right there, that is really strong.
I gotta agree. I think that's really the key. That flying.
That was a right play. That was a right play.
And when I attack, I'm going to be able to choose a color, and I'm going to be able to deal damage equal to the number of cards of that color that he controls.
Now, what color do you think you should name here? That's tricky.
Well, I would like to name, colorless, because that's a really powerful color, but I'm not 100% sure if I should, because he might be holding back some cards.
I'm not sure about this one. I really think that it's best to just not activate the ability.
It's risky.
It really is, but I think it's the right call.
Well, I think for the next turn, I'm going to hold off on it. We're going to go for another 6-drop here, because I want to hold open some mana for Gavi. Just as a sort of in-case kind of precautionary thing. It's what all the cool kids are doing these days. Unfortunately, it sort of backfired on me because I got an Aurochs Siege Sled, but that's okay because it can stop artifacts from blocking, which is really important in this format because you sometimes see a lot of those.
There are some good artifacts. Affinity is a very important deck.
It is. It's a very powerful deck.
But Combo Elves goes a lot faster, and we're seeing that right now.
You are. Combo Elves into Dariga's Igniter. Mono red Combo Elves.
It's meta-based. I like the call. I think it was really creative, and he came into this tournament really thinking that he was going to see some really active decks, and he did good because of it.
It's really paying off for me in the long run, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, we haven't seen the fire breathing yet, but I think it's coming, and Brock just extending out into 4 different colors is just, I don't understand what's going on there.
Well, he really wants to hit Cruel Ultimatum, and I get that, but he's not playing the black mana, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Yet another forest. I'm just not seeing it. I mean, he's got the 2 green creatures, so it's a nice synergy. The colors match, but I don't think it was worth it.
No, I gotta agree with you. That really was not the right choice.
This is still an intense game too, though. I mean, this is we usually don't see this kind of action until the semis, at least.
No, this has been a great qualifier. I completely agree. The only better game so far this tournament was the last round, where Brock just destroyed Jackie Lee. That was fantastic.
That is true. That is true.
Although, to be fair, he didn't really have to do much. She just cheated herself out of the tournament.
I think it was more spite. I think he was trying to send a message for game 2, but it just didn't pay out for him. But there wasn't a game 2 because the judges kicked her out. That's true. That's true. It was just a misplay.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that. I understand.
Up to 15 viewers now. Really enjoying this Momir commentary. Down to 13. Misspoke. I'm sorry.
We got rid of Jackie. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
yeah, I've heard Jackie doesn't really like it when you say negative things about her. She's a little bit touchy. You know how they get. I mean, and I'm not trying to talk about, a specific group. I'm just, I mean, like, yeah.
So, anyway, back to the game that women aren't allowed to play. We have a flyer here. And really, the flyers are winning this game. And the skill of playing that flyer, that was so clutch.
I agree. I mean...
Like, that's a play a woman wouldn't make.
Well, I think she would have a hard time because it's my understanding that it's difficult to see their land cards over their breasts. It's just this visual distraction, and it's difficult to know what mana you have available. It's difficult to know, sometimes even depending on the size, what other cards you have in play, and it's just difficult.
You're making some great points, but you also got to remember that it's really hard to see the tournament table from the kitchen, and It's just not an easy thing to do.
That is true. That is true.
Wow, going with a 3-drop, that was clutch. I really like that call. That was creative. Ooh.
Well, it's good to see. I'm reading some of the stream quotes right now where this game slows down a little bit. There are other misogynists in the chat, so that's good to see. Good to see some solidarity.
Yeah, I do have a problem with our chat. So see, if you look about halfway up the chat now, you'll see a big dog that screams, "We want Kibler," and that's unfortunate because really, we're not going to get Kibler at this level. He can't make it at this kind of a tournament, and we don't want to see him at this level because it really would just bring down the atmosphere.
I agree completely. I mean, we see pro players like Brock that have their bedtimes, and that's just a common thing you find in the Magic League. There's just people that can't stay later than 9 because they have school the next morning. So it's tough. It's tough.
So as you can see, I made the most epic play there, choosing to sacrifice my Dairy Guys into putting that token on the Sapperling. Really, really clutch decision there, and I don't think most players would understand what it was that I just did there.
Well, explain it to them. Let's go ahead and dig into that.
Well, you see, what I did was I chose the guy that I wanted to sacrifice, of course, which was Derrigaz, because as long as my Sapperling gets all the +1/+1 counters, I'm going to take this game on the road to victory, obviously.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And although a normal player would think that it makes more sense to make 1/1s and overrun them, a real good player knows that that's not at all what we're trying to do.
Right, so I'm going to do the real power play here, which is to, I'm gonna make sure that I sack a creature, and I'm gonna put the counter on this other Sapperling here, and really just sort of just boost things up here. I don't need this blocker for that Minotaur aggressor. He's already blocked. So I've got the Sapperling. So I think I'm good to get there.
So the question, do you think Steve has realized that there is an 8/8 on the field that is not turned sideways? Has he put that together yet?
I think he has. I think he's trying to play around it. He does have the island in his hand. I think that's going to be the game winner.
That could be clutch. I didn't even think about that. He could really go for it here.
Because that island can turn into anything, any creature.
Well, I mean, he could go for. I mean, he's going for a 9-drop clearly. So
yeah,
that could be it.
All right, so as you can see here, going for the 9-drop, this is going to be where the real blowout comes in. When I drop this 9-drop, Brock is going to have no answer whatsoever, and that's going to call the game. Yep, I got Soul Shift and Trample. I'm pretty sure I got this game under lock and key. So let's go ahead and we're going to send in my 3/3 Sapperling and my 1/1 Sapperling, because, I mean, he's
I was really thinking that was going to be a Mem Knight. I was blown away by the Dryadar, but that really was clutch.
Yeah.
I was not. I wasn't prepared for it. I just wasn't. So the question here is: do you think Steve boarded out the combo elves and went into a more conventional deck, or do you think he's going to stick with combo elves?
I think Commonwealth started out really strong, but I think he's realized that that's just not what is needed to take this series.
Well, let's hope to see a better end game, because really that was just not where he wanted to be. Now look at Brock. He's really spreading that mana thin again. He likes that Wooburg effect, but without the black for some reason. It's almost like he's racist or something. I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, I agree completely. I mean, there's definitely some bias here. We've seen that in Brock's style. There was no black creatures on his side of the board last game, I don't believe.
Or black mana. I saw no black mana whatsoever.
Yeah. And that's a real shame. I mean, he leads off with a white creature. So, I mean, that just clearly cements his position. And this is just... oof.
I'm really surprised he didn't hold off on that and go for the kicker. But I'm not playing. I'm not the pro here. It's up to these guys to make the call.
Yeah, I think the chat has it right. I'm surprised we didn't see Force come out last turn. Pact and Negation also. That's a real threat in this format.
Yeah, Pact would have been a good call. I could have gotten behind that for sure.
I mean, it would have slowed your creature drops a little bit. More 3-drops. But as we've seen, with Steve's strategy, 3-drops are really powerful. So I don't think it really shut you down that much.
I'm surprised you went with 4-drop and not another 3-drop. To be honest with you, I don't know if I agree with that call.
I agreed. I mean, we've seen him draw the carnivorous plant. So I mean, that was risky.
I know he really wanted the Solemn, but I didn't think he was going to get it, and he clearly didn't.
All right, so as you can see here, I'm leading the board with my 3-drop. I mean, just further proof the real power that 3-drops have. Brock is pretty much helpless to defend against this monstrosity of a creature as I just tear through his whole board.
Yeah, he's on a pretty serious clock now.
What's really important is the fact that he's winning with a redhead. I think that really is the key. And she is a staple on kitchen tables everywhere.
Oh, she is. I agree. I think it really shows Steve's diversity. I mean, Brock is trying to not lose that fight. He did play that swamp. But I think it's pretty clear Brock's stance.
Well, I think Brock, this game 3, I don't really know what he was doing. He's really playing a lot of hate bears, and I don't like the call. I don't think hate bears was the deck to bring to this event.
I agree.
I mean, he's throwing Titans against bears. I mean, I don't see how this is gonna end well for Brock.
I'm not sure what Brock's play is going to be here. He got the rainbow. That's nice to see. I think he's going to tap all of it, yeah, and he's going to play out a creature.
Well, the 6-drop makes sense. I mean, what's really creative, though, is the fact that he went with the black first to make it look like he's not a racist. But during his most important drop, he really wanted that white mana out there. So it really is showing a little bit to his character.
I think it is, too. I mean, he did get a black creature. It's a shade. But, I mean, it's almost pandering at this point.
Yeah, I don't think the black creature... I mean, it's got protection from white. Really? Really?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit over the top.
It's just not needed. It's just not needed.
All right, so as you can see here, my superior playing power, I've got this Grave Titan that's just smashing into him. He's got Pro White to block my Crusader, but it's just a little too late for him to be, doing things to try to stop the Crusader. I mean, he's pretty much already dead as it stands.
Now, what Steve's got to remember is there always is that chance for that Wrath effect. And if the Wrath effect happens, it's going to be really funny, because Steve's really overextended here. I mean, he's way overextended.
Yeah, we could see it come out this turn.
I think it has to happen this turn, or else we're just not going to get anything good happening for anyone involved. Yeah, he was going for Motefish there, and he did not get Motefish. That is really unfortunate.
Yeah.